This is Bala. Thanks for joining my channel and subscribe my channel. If you're watching this video, please subscribe and like my video so that I'm going to update further following sequence of this same video. So today what we are going to explain, what we are going to deal with it, OPA. OPA it's nothing but Open Policy Agent. So what is the purpose of Open Policy Agent? Today in the cloud native environment, there are different kind of policies and permissions, and we wanted to evaluate on the runtime. It's a kind of authorization also we are doing daily basis. So here Open Policy Agent, it's like one of the CNCF foundation. It was built it Open Policy Agent. Basically, you upload your data, and the data you can able to validate whatever the policies you have written it. You can able to validate with the data. Okay, what is the difference between it's a normal API and Open Policy Agent? Okay, in the normal API, it will be processing and then it will take a couple of seconds, maybe 1 or 2 3 seconds. But Open Policy Agent, it's like a quick filter, or it will process your exact request in the within 1 to 10 milliseconds processing it, and the rest of the second it will be on how you are calling it. Suppose you are working on the larger cloud environment, multiple applications, then this Open Policy Agents will be quite useful. So there are one unique application you are building, and the application there are around 10 to 15 applications interacting it, or 10 to 15 services interacting. Each and every services has their own authorization, some common data has to be utilized. Those cases we can use it as a Open Policy Agent. So here it's a simple one, I'm telling it Open Policy Agent, how it will work. Suppose you have a five application, all it will be a unique single portal. So the five application has to validate their authorization or permission, what whenever the user logging in that particular application, what are the menus has to show on, maybe what are the different permission that the user has to access it, that they can take it from common database or policy somewhere, or common API. If you are using it, when you are using it a common API, it will take more time. That is where actually it is an Open Policy Agent. It will sit Open Policy Agent, lot of Kubernetes environment, cloud native application, service to service access, there are authorization validation purpose and all, it was using it. It's a quite the Open Policy Agent, it's already have a built in their API. So you need to create a policy and then you have to publish it, and that means you have to create your own data and your policy, then you can able to access the policy endpoint. So that is where we are going to come back. Maybe in my next couple of videos, I will explain it how to use it as an Open Policy Agent is step by step. But here this is the simple solution architecture, you can easily build it for your application. Okay, so Open Policy Agent, this you can able to make it as a Docker containerized, and anywhere you can able to install it as a service. Okay, once you install it as a service, whenever the Open Policy Agent has to start it, two things it's needed. One is policies nothing but it's just like a condition or something. It's a, we can call it as a rego. It's like a simple scripting language, you can say it. This scripting language is nothing but it's just like a if else condition and traversing it. Basically the data, it will be your JSON format of data. Okay, so once the data you have loaded it, you can able to access the data, whatever the till the JSON child node traversal also you can able to do that. For example, child 1 parent it is there, then there is a child, it will be child 1, it will be there, then child 2 it will be there, nested if it is there, till the nested JSON you can able to traverse it. So you can able to access it directly with the data, or you can access the data or policy decision also you can do. That's what I can put it as a policy information point or policy decision point. Both you can through use it as a policy or as well as directly traverse the data. So Open Policy Agent, when it is going to start, it has to start with some data so that it will be available. There are APIs provided, you can directly upload the data and then it will be available. But in this case, bundling, it's nothing but it's a, your policy and data together, it will be a bundle of tar.gz file. So here what it will do, if you are using it Google Cloud or Amazon Cloud, your service is there, you can put your bundle file in the AWS S3 bucket or else in the Google Cloud Enterprise Storage. So then what you can do, you can mount that particular path, and when the open policy agent is starting, it started from that bundle file. So there is a command, it is there, that I'll explain it in the upcoming videos. So it will be started till the bundle file, nothing but it has the data and policy with the respective JSON format. That will also I'll explain it what is the different format in the upcoming video. So once it started, it will load, so it will be ready for your data. Then the data, it will be directly your open OPA, you can able to access with multiple services in the backend services or front end services, directly call with the endpoint services, whatever the policy or everything, you can able to do that. So here there is a couple of challenges. Okay, open policy agent, there it doesn't have a storage. Okay, it's just like a in memory, it will quickly process your policy or input or data, whatever it is, and then it will be, it's kind of lookup, you can say it, quickly process, and then it will return the result. That means policy, for example, you have some particular data there, policy is nothing but the rule something. Okay, this person has to access only this data, and this user does not have this many, this user having this many permissions. So whenever the policy, it will apply certain condition, so any user passed it, whether these conditions or rule it is passed or not with the existing data, and it will return like a true or false. This is what actually the OPA it does basically. Okay, there is a few things you have to do as part of this policy OPA when you are building it. The first thing is, whenever you are doing it, you need to, as I mentioned it, you need a data. So that data, so in your live environment, the data basically you can able to grab from another service or from another database, and you will convert the data. So maybe you need a some service, your data has to be, this may be web service or something different, or directly DB you're calling it. Basically you are preparing that bundle file from this web service, and then you are putting into storage. So this can happen whenever any event happen, you can trigger the data, the new data has to be updated it. Whenever the new data has to be updated, the open policy agent, there is a command, you can set it up every 5 minutes one, whenever the new data available, it will be updated. Basically it will, the new bundle, it will be loaded. That way you can able to set it up. This is what actually overall this consumer service is nothing but, whoever it is going to use the OPA service, they can use it as a, whatever the typical authentication mechanism token, they can pass it, and then they can get access to the service. That's what I'm mentioning it here. There are 4 steps available. One is, first, the OPA to be started, the server started with some data, that is what it is called as a bundle data. Bundle data is nothing but policies and agents. Policy is just like a .rego extension policies, and data is the JSON files. Then the second step should be data, you need a some event, or whenever new data created, that data has to be updated periodically, and OPA it will be pull whenever the new data changes, or it's a periodically it will load the new bundle and activate it. And it will be very transparent, it will be all document properly available on the site also. And the third is, as I mentioning it, whatever it is a bundling, your service itself can make the data and policies together as a bundle, or directly you can able to call and you apply it. Suppose if you do not want to use the bundle, then directly web service and open policy agent, you can make a connection, you can access this REST API. Simply you can start the open OPA server, and then you upload the data and policies on demand or everything. So then you can able to access. There's a two benefits here. One is the consumer service also, it's as a flexible, you can upload the data and then you can validate your policy also. So that is also possible. So this where it will perfectly work, large cloud native environment, multiple application in a cluster manner, those you wanted to maintain the common authorization, common permission, those cases and all, this open policy agent, it will work very perfectly. The faster performance, that is where it will be highly scalable with the cloud native environment. So you can take it as a POC or something. You can start ready to use. There are a lot of people recommending OPA in the cloud native environment. You can use it because it's very simple and highly scalable and easy to use it. Thanks for watching my video.